coming to get you, Barbara.
Oh, the devil. The devil.
The power of the dark side.
Hey guys, welcome to Flix and Comix. JoJo here. Hope all of y'all are having a great President's Day weekend / Valentine's Day. I know mine's been pretty good so far, but it just got better, guys, because guess what? We just got hit with the Justice League Snyder Cut trailer. So, to be honest, I felt a little lukewarm about the last trailer that dropped for this movie. Just a couple of things that had me a little concerned, but, I'm hoping to see some awesome new footage in this trailer, and hopefully it'll get me more pumped than I am right now. So let's just get into this and find out, shall we?
The bell's been rung.
Oh, Jesse Eisenberg. What a miscast that was.
Out in the dark, among the stars, the god is dead.
I had a dream. Almost like a premonition. Like there's an attack coming.
Dark Side. So cool.
Room for.
Dark Side looks great.
I need warriors.
Steppenwolf looks pretty good too.
Alliance to defend ourselves.
How do you know your team's strong enough? If you can't bring down the charging bull, then don't wave the red cape at it.
You were sent here for a reason. And even if it takes you the rest of your life, find out what that reason is.
I love Henry Cavill as Superman. That black suit looks great on him too.
They said the age of heroes would never come again.
Woo!
It will.
Heat vision.
It has to.
Okay. All right.
We live in a society where honor is a distant memory. Isn't that right? Batman.
And he's back. Wow, so we got Jared Leto back as the Joker in this. Very, very cool to see that. I'm glad they included that in this trailer. It wasn't much of a shock or anything because they did release a photo a couple days ago of him as the Joker. So yeah, we knew that he was going to be reprising the role in this movie, and I'm glad for it. I'm really excited to see that. That does get me more pumped for this movie. I am a huge Joker fan, as you can see here. He is probably my favorite character in the DC universe. So I'm happy. I mean, I know a lot of people probably are saying, wow, there's so many different Jokers now in the movies, but I don't mind. I don't mind as long as they're different and, the actors kind of do their own thing with the characters. I'm fine with that. And I really do feel like Jared Leto and the character were highly disserviced in the Suicide Squad. That movie was a wreck, but let's not get into that. So I'm glad that Jared Leto can kind of do what he wants to do with the character in this, hopefully. Because he deserves that chance. But anyways, as for the whole trailer itself, I felt like it was a lot of the same footage that we've seen already. Obviously, there were new things added, like Superman's heat vision. That was awesome to see as well. I just love seeing Cavill as Superman. I was really sad when, they said that he wasn't going to be coming back not for this movie, but, in future DC movies. So to know that he is kind of coming back and that, we get to see him in his black suit and everything in this movie, that's another thing that has me excited for this. So yeah, good things that I'm seeing here that are new. As for the old stuff, I don't know. Darkseid, Steppenwolf, they look good. CGI I think looks pretty cool. But yeah, the fact that this is a 4-hour movie though, that's where my concern kind of comes into play. Structurally speaking, I was okay with them like splitting it up because at least it was more like a mini series, but now it's gonna be all together. I'm gonna have to be put in pause on that to go to the bathroom, to eat, you know? So I think I would have preferred it to be the mini series that it was, but whatever. That's why they made a pause button, I guess, right? I just hope the story is there and it's not just all purely like awesome visuals, because, you know, these are some of my favorite characters of all time. Of course, I'm curious to see what Zack Snyder had up his sleeve this whole time. And, you know, I feel bad for what happened to him and, you know, all the meddling that took place with his project and, you know, the stuff that was going on in his personal life. I think he deserves this chance to do what he originally had intended with this movie. So I'm glad that we're able to see this cut. I just feel like it might be a little confusing for some of the casual fans that already get confused as it is. And you know what I'm thinking, casual fan, thinking like someone like my mom or like, you know, my dad, who I have to kind of explain sometimes that these movies are connected, or, you know, and where the story takes place in the grand scheme of things. I think they might get a little confused, you know, if they even remember the theatrical cut. So it's like, I don't know how this is gonna play into the universe itself. Like, if this movie is really good and we all just love it, does that mean we retcon the theatrical cut? Or, you know, does this movie take over? Is this gonna become canon? I don't know. That's the big question mark. Or if it's great and all, are we just gonna, you know, go on with our lives and say, oh, the Snyder cut was awesome, and yet, you know, continue with the Justice League theatrical cut? I don't know. It gets a little confusing even for people that follow along. But going back to the actual trailer, it did manage to get me more excited for the movie, so that's all I can really ask for. And even though it was a lot of the same footage that we've already seen, you know what, that's okay, because there have been several times in the past, especially with DC movies, where they show too much and then we get mad because they spoiled it, right? So I don't mind. Sometimes I think less is more. In this case, I don't think they needed to show us 3 trailers that were like very similar. Maybe just 1 or 2 at tops. But yeah, so I'm glad this trailer actually had dialogue in it, and it just felt a lot more finished than the last trailer did. I'm hoping for the absolute best with this movie, although my expectations aren't very high, due to certain indicators that I'm not going to get into right now. I got so much hate for getting into that just a tiny bit in my last reaction video. You know, people were saying that I'm a hater, and that is not the case at all. I just want to clarify that. I love Zack Snyder. I love his remake of Dawn of the Dead. It's one of my absolute favorites. So yeah, I back him up as a filmmaker all the time. So this is not hate. Just want to clarify that over and over. I am not hating. It's the opposite, actually. I love my DC characters, as you can see. I want this to be great, but, you know, sometimes I can't, you know, just have blindfolds on and ignore some indicators that tell me otherwise, you know? I'm not saying that this movie's gonna be bad, but it's okay to have concern for something and not be a hater. Alright, so anyways, guys, that's about it for this reaction. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like or subscribe or both. I don't hate it. And you can catch me on Twitter and on Instagram at Flix and Comix, and I guess I'll catch you over there. Later.